All right, guys, what's good? What's good? Hope everyone's doing well. My name's Dio, and this is all about Arsenal, where we'll be talking about all things that pertain to Arsenal. Let's get into it. So, Spurs fans, I'm sorry. You're going to get another battering from me. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not on that. I don't want to make any enemies. I've just started this long, hopefully prosperous journey. But we're going to be talking about all things that pertain to Arsenal. So if it's match, stats, latest news, injury news, you're going to hear it here. So I want to talk about two things today. As you can see from my thumbnail, number one, Aaron Ramsdale returns. He returns, and I know he's going to get a warm welcome at the Emirates tomorrow. So in saying that, it's obvious we're playing Southampton. Southampton are currently 19th on the table. Stats say we have an 85% chance of winning, and based upon previous head-to-heads, we've played them 48 times, we've drawn 15 times, we've beaten them 16 times at home, 19 times away, and they've beaten us 8 times, but only at their home stadium. They've never beaten us at our home stadium. So with what the stats say, Arsenal should win this game comfortably, but stats don't always give you the full picture. What stats have told you, Arsenal being 2-0 up at halftime at the Emirates at Leicester, beating Leicester 2-0 at halftime, would come back and within the first 15-20 minutes find themselves 2-2. You would have never thought that. So for me, this game, I'm focusing more on game management. Have Arsenal improved on game management? Yes, they have. Man City, we showed that, but everybody said it was the dark arts we employed, like other teams wouldn't have done the same. 10 man against City at the Etihad? Oh, please. So I think the game against Leicester, there was an element of complacency. Arsenal got a bit too comfortable, and yeah, you would. I mean, the first half, Leicester were no threat at all. Second half, everything changed. So I think they've learned their lesson. The first goal, there was nothing that could have been done about it. David Raya, top keeper, phenomenal this season so far. But when a ball deflects, is anyone's guess where it's going to go, and it happened to find itself at the back of the net. Stuff happens. We move on. Second goal was a sweet strike. That was the best goal of the game, in my opinion. I do think Calafiori could have closed him down a bit earlier, but all water under the bridge. You're forgiven, Calafiori, because of the goal you scored against City. You're forgiven. Right. So 85% chance of winning. I'm sure we should do it tomorrow. I predict 3-0. Who do I think is going to start? Timber and Ben White are still undecided for tomorrow, so probably not. Timber did go off against PSG, 45 minutes, praise okay. So Tomiyasu might start, even though he's not had much time to play, but he might just be baptized in a fire. Saliba and Gabriel, obviously. Calafiori in the left-hand side, he's really settling in. I love the way he drives forward, and he's a big threat to teams. Midfield, this is where it gets a bit saucy, and you can see I've got Mikel Merino in the thumbnail, and you wonder why. I think he's a secret weapon for us, especially with attacking corners. He's very good in the air. So for all of our enemies out there, rival teams, if you think Gabriel Magalhaes is the only one to worry about, you've got another problem. His name is Mikel Merino. The game against PSG, I think he did well. It was his first game coming back from the fracture to his shoulder. I think he did well. I watched him, not in that way. I was watching him, and his anticipation is very good. He reads the game very well. He made some great interceptions, and I'm more comfortable with him in the squad, especially with Odegaard being out and us not having much creativity. I think he's going to bring something different on that left-hand side. He likes to drive forward. He's a good carrier of the ball. And yeah, I think we have a lot to get from Merino. So I think our enemy should be very, very scared. He is going to be a colossus in that midfield. So I think he should start. Would I have started him against Man City? No. Would he have started against Liverpool, Chelsea? No. Because Chelsea are doing well. No disrespect to Southampton, but you would expect him to start. Southampton are not the biggest worry we have, but like I said, football's unpredictable. Anything could happen. So I would say Merino starts on the left tomorrow. I would keep Declan Rice as a 6. I would rest Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey has been phenomenal so far. He's been very good, but he's played a lot of matches, even for Ghana on the international level. So I would rest him because he's a bit, as we know, he's injury prone, so I wouldn't risk it. Number 10, Winieri, probably put him on in the second half. If Mikel Arteta started him, that would be amazing, but I'll go with Trossard. I think the the strategy would not be, let's not get too comfortable. Let's make sure we can wrap up the game in the first half, score 2 goals, and probably we might see Ranieri come on 65th minute, 70th minute and do his thing. So I think Trossard will start. Up front, I think Martinelli on the left, Havertz and Saka on the right, of course. There's calls for Sterling to start above of Martinelli, but I think you have to trust Arteta. When he brought in David Raya, there was commotion. Everyone was saying, oh, out with Arteta. Are we saying that now? No. He brought in Calafiori. We don't need another defender. We need a striker. What did Calafiori do against Man City? So I think there's enough evidence to trust that Arteta knows what he's doing. And you know what? This is not, news that's out there. But personally, I think Martinelli might be going through some personal issues. I don't know. I could be just completely wrong. Or it could be just that he's just struggling and he's trying to recapture his form, because 2 seasons ago that guy was unstoppable, but when Trossard came, I think that shook him up a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is he going through something personal, or is he just struggling to recapture his form? But Mikel Arteta obviously knows something we don't know, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be starting Martinelli. So I expect Martinelli to start. It would be good to see Miles Lewis-Skelly come on the left-hand side. He is a baller. He's a baller. I think he does. When he played against Bolton, he inverted. He was inverting in the midfield. He produced that wonderful through ball, cut up the defence. Sterling got in, crossed it in, and the rest was history. That was Martinelli's first goal on the back of that, wasn't it? So it would be great to see Miles Lewis-Skelly have a bit of a cameo on there as well. So let's talk about Aaron Ramsdale. He returns. As we know, he's the first choice goalkeeper at Southampton. Sad to see him go. I really liked him. I like his personality. I really think he's a smashing fella. But Mikel Arteta's cut through, and let's be honest, how long was Ramsdale going to stay as a number 2 at Arsenal? My only regret for him going was not going to a team that's in the top half of the table. No disrespect to Southampton once again, but let's be honest, you can't go from a team that's challenging for the title to a team that's at this moment in the relegation zone. Don't think that reflects well on Ramsdale, but hey, it is what it is. Why do I think he could be a thorn in the flesh in the game tomorrow? He knows the Arsenal style of play. He knows the system. He knows Arteta. He knows what we can possibly do, what we might not do, what we might not do. So he's got the inside track. So who knows, could his information, his intel, his insight at his time at Arsenal prove to be a thorn in our flesh? Let's wait and see tomorrow. Can they conjure something up on the back of the knowledge that Aaron Ramsdale has about Arsenal? But let's wait and see. So yeah, I predict 3-0 tomorrow. Let's see what happens. And yeah, it should be a good one. What else I was going to say? Yes, Arsenal have a new gear, and it's called the Aries gear, isn't it? It's called the Aries gear. And yeah, it looks good. I would wear it. I would wear it. Honestly, I would wear it. After I saw the price tag, it was modeled by Martin Odegaard. The jacket looks amazing. And after I saw the price, I was like, £350 is like, and it probably only costs about £10 to make. So yes, say whatever you want to make. Yeah, cheapskate. No, let's be honest. No, let's buy it for what it's really worth. But it looks good. It's called the Aries range. So as you know, Aries is the god of war. So is it Arsenal going to war with their enemies? Let's see. Who knows? But yeah, it was modeled by Martin Odegaard. Great to see him. I don't know whether that was done before his injury or afterwards. I don't know. If it's afterwards, that's a good sign. Good to see him about. And obviously Declan Rice was there. He likes the camera. He likes the camera. You can tell he's got this face he does whenever he's doing a bit of modelling, but it's good. Great to see Declan Rice. I know he loves the modelling, and I think he said he wants to do more of it. And then you got Starboy Saka as well, once again. So check it out, the Aries range, and let me know your thoughts. Would you buy the merch? I won't be anytime soon. But anyway, that's all from me, and we'll be back with match reactions with Southampton. So we expect to win the game. Arsenal manage it well. Don't be too cocky. Don't be too overconfident. Yeah, and stay humble like Erling Haaland said. Anyway,